I'm 13 pages into this book, and I have already found something that I want to read, and I'm going to tag my friend Joseph, aka the Kilted Texan, on this one because he will appreciate this one. The context of what I'm about to read is that this was a point in time in, I'm assuming, the 1930s of the Soviet Union when there were mass arrests. It turned out that the Politburo, or the can't remember what they said the department of it was, that they had quotas. They had quotas and they didn't really care. So there was no rhyme or reason as to who was being arrested for what. Okay. So I will read this very quickly. It is this, I'm starting on page 12, about 2/3 down the page. And I'll read a little bit from page 13. Okay. The majority sit quietly and dare to hope. Since you aren't guilty, then how can they arrest you? It's a mistake. They are already dragging you along by the collar, and you still keep on exclaiming to yourself, it's a mistake. They'll set things straight and let me out. Others are being arrested en masse, and that's a bothersome fact. But in those other cases, there is always some dark area. Maybe he was guilty. But as for you, you are obviously innocent. You still believe that the organs are humanly logical institutions. He's meaning the organs of government. They will set things straight and let you out. Why then should you run away? And how can you resist right then? And after all, you'll only make your situation worse. You'll make it more difficult for them to sort out the mistake. And it isn't just that you don't put up any resistance. You even walk down the stairs on tiptoe as you are ordered to do so your neighbors won't hear. At what exact point then should one resist? When one's belt is taken away? When one is ordered to face into a corner? When one crosses the threshold of one's home? An arrest consists of a series of incidental irrelevancies, of a multitude of things that do not matter, and there seems no point in arguing about any one of them individually, especially at a time when the thoughts of the person arrested are wrapped tightly about the big question, what for? And yet all these incidental irrelevancies taken together implacably constitute the arrest. Almost anything can occupy the thoughts of a person who has just been arrested. This alone would fill volumes. There can be feelings which we never suspected. January 6th. I'm sure there's plenty of people that are still sitting in a jail cell, how many years later, who this is exactly what happened to them. Why am I being arrested? What for? What did I do? What did I do? We have political prisoners in this country right now. And yet the majority of us, as they say here, right here, the majority sit quietly and dare to hope because they're not guilty. So why should they worry about it? We all just go about our business. We go along to get along. How do you think the Soviet apparatus came to be? Because a whole lot of people didn't speak up, didn't do anything. As they say, what is it? Evil men triumph because good men remain silent. Page 12 already. I got 3 books to read.